And welcome back here to the Mayor Center as we have 5 minutes to go until game time of Game 2 today. So we take a look at our two teams. So for the visiting Tigers, they come into this season, or they come into today's game with a season record of 22-2 and an undefeated conference record of 15-0. In the month of February, Trinity undefeated, going 6-0 with a win against Centenary back on the 5th, 84-48. A win against Austin on the 6th, 74-51. 122-75 against Shriner on the 8th, 72-52 against TLU on the 9th. 93-63 against Southwestern on the 12th. And then earlier this week on Tuesday, February 15th, winning 88-75 against Shriner. For the Crusaders, they are winless in the month of February, falling to Southwestern back on the 1st, 68-54, losing against Austin on the 8th, 82-80, losing in overtime to TLU on the 11th, 52-68, loss against Shriner on the 12th, 91-80, and losing on Friday, 82-67 against Shriner. Bringing us into today's game. The last time these two teams played here at the Mayer Center, it was a very different team. No one from the Crusaders from that team is still playing. Everyone either a freshman, a sophomore, or a transfer on the Crusaders right now. But that game back on January 10th of 2020, Trinity won here 91-50. And when these two teams played earlier this year at Trinity, very similar score to that game here at the Mayer Center. That game on January 12th, 91-48, Trinity winning down in San Antonio. And as we take a look at some of our season numbers, despite the struggles the Crusaders have had as a team this year, they have had some very big bright spots with Sanaya McPherson and Amani Harden. McPherson, 19.6 point per game average this year. She's had 2 games over 30 points. She had 37 points against Shriner on Friday. And with her 19.6 points per game average, that's right now tied for 22nd in the NCAA. Right behind her, a pair of scorers from Trinity. Maggie Shipley and Ashlyn Milton at 15.8 and 15.1 points per game. And then on the boards, Imani Harden leading all players this year with 9.8 rebounds. McPherson, a freshman, Harden, a sophomore. And so as this Crusader team moves forward, gets some more experience and some more depth, could possibly have some pretty good teams in the near future. But today, our starting lineups for our two teams. For the Tigers, it'll be starting at guard number 11, Maggie Robbins. At guard number 20, Ava Liminciello. At center, number 25, Haley Coleman. At forward, number 30, Ashlyn Milton. And at guard number 44, Maggie Shipley. For the Crusaders, it will be at guard number 2, Sanaya McPherson. At guard number 13, Amber Turner. At guard number 23, Adrian Alvarez. At forward number 24, Alyssa Sullivan. And at forward number 50, Imani Harden.
Of 5 guard from El Paso, Texas, number 23, Adrian just 5'11" forward from Lotus, Texas, number 50, Hillary Harden. The Crusaders head coaches rebound, assisted by Peter Jenkins, Ashley Edwards, and Alexis Merrill.
Pull off that one.
So Dallas will be attacking left to right to start the game, Trinity right to left. And as in the men's game, our two teams wearing black and white. Trinity wearing their road all black uniforms and the Crusaders in their home all white uniforms. Jump ball is won by Milton. And we're underway. That ball is knocked free, but picked up by the Tigers. Ball over to Limoncello. And that shot is missed, rebounded by Dallas. Alvarez up the floor. Ball over to McPherson, who will drive to the basket. Euro step, puts up the shot, misses. Harding with the offensive board. And she'll put it in for two for the first points of the game. Shot for three. Rebound long by Trinity. Now down low. Coleman gets by Harden, but misses the shot. Harden grabs the rebound. McPherson over to Alvarez. Alvarez looking in. Now to McPherson again. Sullivan swings to Turner. Dallas trying to find an opening as Turner dribbles underneath, and she'll be fouled on her way to the basket. So free throws coming for Amber Turner, who will make the first one. Amber Turner this year, a 51.9% free throw shooter, 27 of 52, and she goes 1 for 2 on this trip. Dribbling all the way around and to the basket goes Robbins. She'll score for the first Trinity basket of the game. And double dribble being called on Alvarez. So turnover by Dallas, as the Tigers will take it out underneath. Ball inbounded to Limoncello. Spin to the basket, shot up and no good by Coleman. As Sullivan is open, fast break the other way, but she misses the layup. As Trinity quickly comes the other way, up and scoring goes Shipley. And that's out of bounds, last touch by the Tigers. Full court pressure, and that's stolen by Shipley. Foul is going to be on Adrian Alvarez. That's going to be her first. And that ball inbounded successfully, but all the way into the backcourt. As Trinity now on the attack. Jump shot by Milton is good from about 18 feet out. Right down the middle. As Dallas is able to get by the press. McPherson wanting to go to the basket. She'll be fouled. And that foul is going to be on Milton. Sanai McPherson will get a pair of free throws. So far this year, she is a 67.8% free throw shooter, 118 of 174. First free throw up and no good. Second free throw also no good, as it's rebounded by Shipley. Trinity up quickly the other way. Shipley trying to take Sullivan, finds a wide open Coleman, and she lays it in for two. And I think that's going to be an end one. Foul on Sullivan. And Coleman will get a free throw as she makes it. And that's almost stolen by the Tigers. Ball over to McPherson. Passes to Alvarez. Down low to Harden, and she's going to be fouled. Foul is going to go against Milton. That's going to be her second. Third team foul of the quarter for the Tigers, as Kelly Simmons will come into the game for Milton. First free throw for Harden is in, as Amani Harden this year is a 51% free throw shooter, 25 of 49, but she goes 2 for 2 on this trip. McPherson steals the ball, and it's now off to the races. McPherson to the basket, lays it in. And that's the first basket of the game for Sanai McPherson. Shipley passes it out to Limoncello. Down low, now kick out to the baseline, going to the basket. Coleman, shot is blocked, kept alive by the Tigers. Drive and shot missed by Limoncello. Ball taken back by Trinity. And they'll set up the offense again as Shipley goes right to the basket, right by Sullivan. As that's going to be stolen. Full court pressure defense getting to the Crusaders. Baseline jumper missed by Coleman, as McPherson passes it up to Turner. And Turner will wait for the team to catch up. McPherson to the basket. She lays it in. Tough basket, taking on the much taller Maggie Shipley. 5'3" versus 6 foot flat. But McPherson was able to get it to go in, and a basket now on the other end by Maggie Robbins. As Turner dribbling through the defense, she drifts out. She had an advantage there. She had both Harden open for a moment, and McPherson was open on the baseline, maybe 15 feet out, but no dice as Trinity scores on their end, and now shot missed by McPherson. Offensive rebound by Harden, and that's going to be blocked out of bounds by Trinity. So 15-9 our score. Trinity with the lead. As we take a look at our SCAC scoreboard, so Trinity defeated Washington 8-3. Alma still up on Centenary 5-1. That game might just be a 7-inning game, as Centenary and Alma are playing a doubleheader. Game 2 is supposed to start at 4. Alma up 5-1 at the end of 7. And still no other scores currently being reported. Our other games, Dallas and Millsaps, that game was supposed to have started at noon. TLU at UTD, that game started at noon. Of course, we'll have the doubleheader second game between Alma and Centenary. As it looks like it's going to be a 9-inning game with Alma and Centenary, as that just went to the top of the 8th inning. Centenary and Westminster were supposed to have played at 11 this morning. Trinity and Sul-Ross, I think that game was a final. I think Sul-Ross did win that one, 3-1. So they should be in the middle of game 2 right now. And I think that was out of bounds on Camille Fowler, number 31 for Dallas. And then we'll have Centenary and Hendricks for softball. That game at 4. So Trinity with the ball. Ball on the perimeter on the far side now. And Alvarez rips that right out of the hands of Robbins. She goes off to the races, tried to find McPherson, but she gets run out of bounds. The pass to McPherson got blocked right back into her hands, and it was a turnover since she caught the ball out of bounds. So Dallas now looking like they're in a 2-3 zone, and a travel called on Coleman. Ball inbounded to McPherson as she finds Alvarez to break the press. Alvarez over to Fowler, to Harden, back to Alvarez. McPherson gets open for 3. That shot will be missed. Rebounded by the Tigers. Up the floor quickly goes Shipley all the way end to end, and she'll score. Fowler trying to get it to Alvarez, and she throws it away out of bounds. Simmons to Coleman, now on the far side for 3. Julia Ackerman misses the shot. Offensive rebound by Shipley, working her way to the basket. She misses. Rebounded by Dallas. Up to McPherson, who's open on the pass, but misses the lay-in. As that play by, I think it was Fowler, baseball passing it up the floor, getting it over the defense. And Sanai McPherson is on the ground hurt. She's holding her right lower leg. And hopefully it's not anything too serious. That would be a absolutely monumental blow to Dallas not having her in the game. As we mentioned earlier, 19.6 point per game average. Currently a top 25 scorer in the NCAA Division III this year. As McPherson is able to get up, she's standing on both legs, but she's gonna be carried off by Crusaders head trainer Monica Heckman. And so we'll see if McPherson is able to come back in. It seems rather unlikely the way she was carried off. Again, a huge blow. I think a deserving Player of the Year candidate for the SCAC, certainly Newcomer of the Year, as Camille Fowler just rips that away from Maggie Shipley. And number 5, Caitlin Smith, into play for the injured McPherson. Bailey Timmons, number 23, Molly Pretty, number 33, about ready to check in for the Tigers. Ball in down low. Coleman on the mismatch, takes advantage, goes right by Alvarez. And that's stolen. Emily Nelson, number 3 for the Tigers, with the ball. Ackerman back to Nelson. Shot for 3, far side, no good. Rebounded by Simmons. And that's going to be a jump ball. That will be Crusader basketball as Brianna Parker comes into the game for Amani Harden. And Jennifer Tierney, number 15, as well as Pretty, number 33, come in for the Tigers. And that's going to be thrown away out of bounds by Alvarez. Ball works its way down low. Mismatch again. Shot up and in. As Simmons scoring over Alvarez again. Ball down low to Parker. Working her way in. Puts up the shot. Misses. Rebounded by the Tigers. Ball to the corner. Shot for 3. Tierney. And that will be rebounded by Parker. Smith with the ball, gets the screen by Parker, spins back towards the middle. Alvarez now looking around, looking for something, calling a play. 5 on the shot clock. Shot for 3 is no good. As we're down to a minute left in the first quarter. Shot miss, rebounded by Dallas. Amber Turner dribbling up the floor across the timeline. Camille Fowler hanging on to the ball, dribbles to her right, hands off to Alvarez. Pass is to Turner. Smith now on the wing. Gets it to Fowler, drives the baseline, puts up the runner. Misses the shot, rebounded by Parker, misses again, ball still loose, and picked up by the Tigers. Wide open for 3, Nelson knocks it down. Dallas will get a last-second heave off. Shot will go wide off the backboard, and that will be the end of the first quarter. So, after 1 quarter of play, our stats through 1 quarter. For Trinity, they have 24 points on 11 of 24 shooting, 1 of 7 from deep, and 1 for 1 from the free throw line. For Dallas, 9 points on 3 of 16 shooting, 0 for 5 from deep, and 3 of 6 from the line. For Trinity, they have 4 turnovers, 14 rebounds, 4 offensive, 10 defensive, 6 assists, no block shots, 3 steals, and 3 fouls. For Dallas, they had 7 turnovers, 11 rebounds, 3 offensive, 8 defensive, no assists, 1 block shot, 3 steals, and 2 fouls. So the two teams are back out on the floor, and we're ready to start the second quarter. Trinity with the lead 24-9. Both teams really just playing for pride in this game as the SCAC tournament is set. Trinity, regardless of how they do in today's game, will be the #1 seed in the SCAC women's tournament. Dallas, regardless of how they do, are out. Trinity, TLU, Colorado, Shriner, Austin College, and Southwestern, the 1 through 6 seeds of the SCAC tournament. As Alvarez gets it up to Harden, but it goes through her hands, and it's picked up by the Tigers. Shipley over to Robbins, swings it out wide, now swung back to the top of the three-point line to Shipley. Drive and kick, and that's going to be a foul, and I think it's actually going to be on Alvarez. I thought it might have been on Harden. Ball will be taken out on the baseline. 2 fouls now on Adrian Alvarez. Double team and getting stuck, but finding an open player. Cutting in was Coleman to the rescue of Shipley. And she was able to get that pass through the double team. Turner on the drive. Turner puts up the shot, misses, rebounded by Coleman. And now Trinity comes quickly the other way. Up and in, Limoncello. And timeout taken by Dallas. Well, some potentially good news for Dallas. Sanaya McPherson walking around on the Crusader sideline. We'll see if McPherson comes back in the game. I think the only reason why she would is to try and boost her numbers for Player of the Year. For her Player of the Year candidacy. With the Crusaders being out of the tournament, there's not a whole lot to play for, so why risk injuring your best scorer even further with the offseason starting tomorrow? But we'll see what Coach Calver decides to do, if McPherson will come back in or not, as that will be a kickball on Maggie Robbins. Baseline drive by Alyssa Sullivan, and that will not go in. Dribbling all the way around to the far block goes Robbins. Now kick out, shot for three, rattles in Limoncello. And Caitlin Smith about ready to check back in for Dallas. Alvarez to Harden, elbow extended, kick out to Fowler. 3-ball, no good, out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers, I believe. As Smith comes in for Turner. The ball does in fact stay on this side of the floor. Trying to get it into Sullivan, but it skips all the way to Alvarez. Offensive rebound by Smith, almost stolen away by Robbins. Drive and shot, and finally a basket made this quarter by the Crusaders. They have been held scoreless for quite a while now, as Camille Fowler gets her first basket of the game. Ball to the far side, drive, and nothing doing as Robbins gets stuck between Fowler and Harden. Ball inbounded, open on the drive, or I should say open on the cut, as that was Limoncello. She is fouled by Alvarez, who's now up to 3 fouls. And 2 free throws on the way for Limoncello, who makes the first one. Limoncello, a 64.7% free throw shooter this year, 11 of 17. And she goes 2 for 2. Ball up to Smith, over to Alvarez. Tries to attack the baseline. She turns it over. Trinity quickly the other way. Over to Coleman, who misses the shot. Rebounded by Dallas, and Imani Harden throws the ball away. Amber Turner getting ready to check back in for Dallas. Ball down low. Shipley is double teamed. And 3 seconds, I believe, was the call. Dallas getting it up the floor, getting by the press. Sullivan goes to the basket, scoring by Coleman. And the board is showing that that was Imani Harden, but that layup was definitely made by Alyssa Sullivan. Unless I'm seeing things now. Going the other way and scoring. The Tigers behind Shipley. And fast break again for the Tigers, and that's going to be a foul on Caitlin Smith. Robbins will be taking free throws. Maggie Robbins has not yet taken a free throw in the game. Maggie Robbins, a 63.8% free throw shooter, 51 of 80. And yeah, watching the replay, that was very definitely Alyssa Sullivan and not Imani Harden on that last basket by Dallas. So the floor got it wrong. As Camille Fowler comes up with the ball. Ball up to Alyssa Sullivan, driving to the basket. She's blocked by Shipley. Shot for three by Alyssa Sullivan is no good. Shot for three, Trinity, no good. Rebounded by Parker. Drive and shot, no good by Fowler. Up and in, Sullivan. Sullivan now has 4 points in the game. Baseline cut and shot missed by Limoncello. No, that was Ashlyn Milton. That shot is missed, rebounded by the Tigers, going out wide. Nelson finding right down the middle Coleman, but the shot is missed. Actually, that was Kelly Simmons, not Coleman. As Sullivan almost loses the ball. Drive and foul. Second shot up and in by Parker. As Brianna Parker this year, before those free throws, was 3 of 6 from the free throw line. We're driving right down the middle. No foul called on anyone as Kelly Simmons misses the shot. Alvarez looking around as she passes to Fowler, drives in, puts up the shot, misses, tries to swat it out, but it's going to be rebounded by the Tigers, up quickly the other way. Tierney passes over to Nelson. Ball down low will be deflected out of bounds, intended for Nelson. Off of Trinity, and it will be Crusader basketball. Foul on the floor is going to be on Ackerman. And Madeline Stevens. Number 21 checks in for the Crusaders. Adrian Alvarez driving down the lane and scoring. That's her first basket of the game. Also number 20, Aubrey Ridenour, in for the Crusaders. Tierney to the corner, Simmons. Cross-court pass again, shot for three is in by Ackerman. As that's almost turned over. I think that was last tipped by the Tigers. Stevens gets it into Fowler. Fowler gets double teamed, but Stevens is open. Puts up the shot from the block, misses. And jump ball, this will stay with Dallas. Ball to the corner, shot for three, Ridenour misses the shot, rebounded by Nelson, and we're going to have a foul over the back by Stevens. That's going to be her first foul, fourth team foul of the quarter. Ball in the front court, down low, wide open is Simmons, and she'll score. 6 points now for Kelly Simmons as Alvarez passes it over the double team. Turner with the drive, and an offensive foul on Amber Turner. As that is the first foul on Turner. Ball down low, now cross-court pass, shot for three, no good by Pretty. Alvarez splits the double team, tries to pass it through another double team, banks it in at the buzzer. And that will be the end of our first half. So we'll get you some first half stats in just 1 second. So our stats through one half for the Tigers, they had 44 points on 18 of 39 shooting, 3 of 13 from the three-point line, and a perfect 5 of 5 from the foul line. For Dallas, 20 points on 8 of 34 shooting, 0 for 9 from deep, and 4 of 8 from the charity stripe. For the Tigers, they had 7 turnovers, 22 rebounds, 4 offensive, 18 defensive, 11 assists, 1 block shot, 7 steals, and 6 fouls. For Dallas, they had 14 turnovers, 22 rebounds, 6 offensive, 16 defensive, 2 assists, 1 block shot, 4 steals, and 7 fouls. Our individual game leaders so far, Maggie Shipley leading all players with 10 points on 5 of 6 from the floor, no threes or free throws taken so far. And Imani Hardin, the top Crusader scorer, with 6 points on 2 of 3 from the field, no threes, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Hardin also the leading rebounder for Dallas with 7, followed by Alyssa Sullivan and Brianna Parker with 4. And on the Trinity side, Haley Coleman with 6 rebounds, Emily Nelson with 5, and Maggie Shipley with 4. Maggie Shipley also with 3 assists, the top assister in the game. Camille Fowler and Adrian Alvarez each with 1 assist apiece for the Crusaders. So as we look at our SCAC scoreboard again, see if there's anything new. And finally, we have a final score being reported. UTD defeats TLU in 10 innings, 4-2-3. And it looks like Alma just beat Centenary 7-5 in game one of that doubleheader. In men's tennis, we have a final score being reported. Trinity beating Hardin-Simmons 8-1. No new softball scores being reported. And that is it for our SCAC scoreboard update. So, as we get ready for our halftime break, just like to let all of you Crusader fans know again that you get all of the University of Dallas sports information and statistics at udallasathletics.com. And for all you SCAC fans, make sure you stay current on all of the sports for all of the teams across the SCAC at scacsports.com. Get all of your news, scores, schedules, and standings at scacsports.com. 11:42 to go until the start of the third quarter, and so we will take a break, and we'll be right back just before the start of the second half. So we have about 25 seconds to go until we start half number 2. And to answer the earlier question I posed earlier, it's looking like Sanai McPherson is not going to return to the game. I don't see her in the Crusader huddle. I don't think she ever came out of the locker room, so I think McPherson might be done for the game. I don't see McPherson or Crusader head trainer Monica Heckman. And I think that's a smart move on Coach Calver's part. The last game of the season, team's not making it to the tournament. There's no reason to risk, even if McPherson might be able to play, which is purely speculation, how serious her injury is. You know, there's no real reason to risk her getting hurt on the last day of the season. So Dallas will start the scoring of the second half, layup by Imani Harden. As Shipley has the ball now, being guarded by Sullivan, working her way in, spins to her right and scores. Shipley now with 12 points. As Fowler gets free for a second, drives to the basket, misses the shot. Out of bounds, last touched by the Tigers. Shot is blocked. As Dallas sets up the inbounds play, ball into Sullivan, takes a step back, misses. Harden gets the offensive rebound, as she'll get stuck on the double team. And I'm not sure what that call was about. Oh, the shot clock never reset. So Dallas actually gets away with one there, as Harden was stuck in a double team, and the referees point out that the shot clock had never started. So Dallas able to inbound the ball, restart the play, as they then miss the shot, and it is picked up by the Tigers. Down low, open is Coleman, and she'll score. As Sullivan will pass it up to Fowler, trying to weave her way around defenders. Shot for three, Alvarez, that will miss. Offensive rebound by Sullivan. Into Alvarez, who will take a step in, misses the shot. Trinity comes away with the ball. Up the floor quickly comes Limoncello. Ashlyn Milton. That shot is missed, rebounded by Dallas. Drive by Sullivan, misses, gets her own rebound, kick out to Alvarez, and Dallas will turn it over, as that goes right through the hands of Alvarez. Cross-court pass to the far corner. Long two by Limoncello, as that will miss. Rebounded by Sullivan. Fowler gets it up to Alvarez, as Dallas broke the press. And Fowler on the verge of turning it over. Trinity comes away with it. Wide open, and laying it in goes Limoncello. As the full court pressure by Trinity is keeps making the Crusaders make mistakes as they make another one right there. Quick pass back and forth. Good play right there between Shipley and Robbins. As we'll get a timeout by Coach Calvert. And the official signaled 30, it looked like, but the Crusaders are sitting on the bench as if it was a full timeout. And so finally emerging from the locker room comes Sanai McPherson and Monica Heckman. McPherson walking on her own power, but looks to be walking a little gingerly. So we'll see if McPherson comes back in. I would still say it's the smart decision to leave her out of the game. She hasn't played since early in the first. Maybe early in the second, so she's been off the floor for probably half an hour in real time. As Dallas probes the perimeter, trap defense out of the zone by the Tigers. As that shot's going to be missed, rebounded by Trinity. Up the floor, Milton over to Limoncello, and she banks it in past Amber Turner. And over and back, and I think that was a bad call. I think that Fowler got over before receiving the pass. Now the question would be if she was fully established. On the front court side of the line, but I really do think she was. I think the referees made the wrong call there. Ball is going to be turned over by Fowler. Up quickly to Shipley, who will lay that in for two. As Alvarez is being harassed by Shipley. Finally, Alvarez gets by, goes to the basket, and she'll lay it in with the scoop shot for two. Ball in the hands of Simmons now, as that will be cross-court out of bounds and will hit the far official in the face off of the bounce, as that pass was intended for Milton, but Milton missed the ball. Five minutes through this third quarter, 58-24, Trinity with the lead. Amber Turner over to Alvarez. Alvarez on the drive, puts up the shot, misses. Harden gets the rebound. Harden gets stuck, over to Fowler now. Fowler bounce pass to Alvarez, shot for three is no good. And we'll have a foul on Amber Turner and a timeout. The under 5 timeout. So looking back at the replay, of the backcourt violation, it's hard to tell because of the camera angle that we have, but it looks like it may have actually been the correct call. It's hard to tell the exact timing of when Fowler actually possessed the ball, but it looks like her heel might have still been on the half-court line, which would make it backcourt, since your feet have to be completely over the line. So watching the play live, it looked like Fowler had gotten across, but just maybe an inch on her heel was just touching the line. But again, it's hard to tell with the camera angle since the ball was on the other side being obstructed. It's hard to tell if she had picked up that foot when she was receiving the ball, so we'll give the benefit of the doubt to the ref that that was actually the correct call, but as I mentioned, it is not entirely clear based on the replay when she actually received the ball and if her foot was still down at the time. So Brianna Parker will come back into the game. Amani Harden will go out. And Aubrey Ridenour in for Amber Turner as we approach 3 minutes left to go. That shot up, and that might have been blocked. Molly Pretty on the layup attempt that Ridenour and Parker were right there to defend. Nelson to Simmons, down low, open, and missing the shot, actually hitting it off the underside of the backboard. That was Allie Beck, number 40. As that's almost stolen, but Dallas hangs on. Down low, and that is stolen. Ball poked away by Simmons and then gathered by Beck. Simmons almost loses the ball, but she gets it away. Drive, and to the basket goes Pretty, who will be fouled. 2 shots on the way for Pretty as Parker will get her first foul of the game. First free throw up and no good. Pretty this season 3 for 5 from the free throw line. And she goes 0 for 2. The sub who just came into the game for Trinity is number 21, Brittany Goodwin. Ridenour is going to be fouled as she falls to the ground in slow motion. Caitlin Smith back into the game for Dallas. Camille Fowler will go out. Alvarez passes to the baseline. Parker, who passes away to Ridenour, who I think was on the line. So turnover by Dallas. Pass into the middle, Goodwin. Dribbles by Parker, misses the shot. Alvarez with the ball over to Ridenour, who thought about a three, but passes it back to Alvarez. Smith now. As Dallas tries to work into the middle, Alvarez drives into the middle and puts up the shot, making it. 8 points now for Adrian Alvarez. As that's going to be out of bounds, and I'm not actually sure Alvarez touched that. We'll see on the replay in a second, but I thought that just went out of bounds. And we'll get a foul in the corner as Smith was trapped. Foul, I think, is on Pretty. It is. That's her second foul. So 47.8 seconds to go in the third quarter. 61-28 our score. Trinity with the lead. Ridenour picks up a dribble and gets stuck. Turner comes in and saves it on the one-touch pass to Sullivan. And we're going to get a foul on the Tigers. That's going to be on Nelson. Turner to inbound the ball. Shot by Ridenour is blocked, and that's going to be thrown away. This is going to be backcourt. Ball inbounded. Shot for three, no good by Ackerman. Rebound by Trinity. Shot clock is turned off. 15 seconds to go in the third. Ball swung over to Ackerman. Now back to Nelson. Ball down low. Passed over the head of Goodwin. Dallas with the ball. 4 seconds to go. Ridenour puts up the three. Ridenour knocks it down just before the horn blows. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So our stats after three quarters for Trinity, they have 61 points on 26 of 56 shooting, 4 of 20 from the three-point line, and 5 of 7 from the foul line. For Dallas, they have 31 points on 13 of 54 shooting, 1 of 4 from deep, and 4 of 8 from the free throw line. For Trinity, they have 10 turnovers, 29 rebounds, 6 offensive, 23 defensive. 18 assists, 3 block shots, 11 steals, and 9 fouls. For Dallas, they have 21 turnovers, 35 rebounds, 13 offensive, 22 defensive, 5 assists, 2 block shots, 6 steals, and 10 fouls. Yeah, so going back to that replay, this one was definitely one the officials missed. It's hard to be 100% conclusive We don't exactly have HD, but I'm very confident in saying that ball that Alvarez went for that was called out of bounds on Dallas, that should have been a turnover on Trinity, as Alvarez never touched the ball. So Trinity now going to the basket, layup by Pretty, as that will start the scoring of the fourth quarter. 63-31 our score. Trinity with the lead. And that will be a foul. Foul is on Beck, her first of the game. Fowler back in, and Ridnour will go to the bench. Sullivan will shoot a pair of free throws, and this will be Sullivan's first 2 free throws of the game as she misses the first one. Alyssa Sullivan, a 69.5% free throw shooter, 41 of 59, and she goes 1 for 2. Turnover by the Tigers as Fowler brings it up the floor. Sullivan with the ball now. She'll drive into the middle, put up the shot, misses, and rebounded by Beck, and a jump ball. But this will stay with the Tigers, as Imani Harden is about ready to check back in. Casey Willis, number 45, goes to the bench. Drive by Beck, shot pegged off the backboard. Rebounded by the Tigers. Shot for 3 is no good. Sullivan grabs the rebound. As the Tigers sit back in their 2-3 zone. Kickball on Nelson. As Milton is about to come back in for the Tigers. Harden down low, passes it back up top to Sullivan. That shot, I think, was blocked by Nelson. Shot for 3 from the wing is no good. Offensive rebound by the Tigers. Shot for 3 again by Beck. This is high off the backboard, high off the rim, and slots its way through. To the basket, Fowler scores, slicing through the defense. Up the other way now, Trinity on the perimeter. Down low, wide open is Beck, and she scores. First basket of the game for Allie Beck. And a timeout by the Crusaders, as Adrian Alvarez is about to check in for Dallas. Milton in for the Tigers. So we have 7:08 left to go. And as we take a look at our SCAC scoreboard, at the moment there is nothing new showing. So play resumes. Dallas with the basketball. Ball down low onto the baseline. Sullivan is going to be fouled. So 2 free throws on the way for Alyssa Sullivan, who is 1 for 2 today. Hits the first one. And she makes the second one. Seven points now for Alyssa Sullivan. Ball in the corner, drive by Nelson, loses the ball. Smith is going to be fouled. Foul is on Nelson. That's her second foul. Ball into the near corner. Shot for 3, no good by Amber Turner. Rebounded by Milton as she'll bring it up the floor. Looking left and right. Now left again. Back to Milton. Trinity taking their time as that just slips out of the hands of Goodwin. That shot will be missed and rebounded by Harden. Harden brings it up the floor, pulls it back. Ball to Sullivan. Baseline shot by Alvarez is no good. Ball on the floor, and up comes Nelson. Nelson with the ball, looking around, passes it over to Goodwin. And that will be... That'll be thrown away out of bounds by Trinity. Ball to Harden at the elbow, and she'll be fouled. That's going to be the 4th foul of the quarter. One more and Dallas will get free throws. Ball into Harden as she missed it initially, but still comes up with it. Ball works its way to Caitlin Smith, who drains a 3. That's her first basket of the game. Beck pump fakes, passes to Nelson. Back over to Beck, shot for 3 from the near wing, misses the shot, rebounded by Caitlin Smith, who hurries the ball up the far side of the floor. Smith gets stuck and has to just pass it to a spot where Alvarez corrals the ball. That's momentarily poked away, and finally that's going to be a foul on Ashlyn Milton. That's the 5th foul of the quarter. 4th foul of the game on Milton. And 2 free throws for Alvarez. Alvarez makes the first one. First free throws of the game for Alvarez. 67.2% free throw shooter this year. 43 of 64. As she misses the second one, that goes out of bounds, last touched by Dallas. Ball works its way to the baseline. Shot goes over the rim by Pretty. Dallas brings the ball up the floor. Alvarez looking around. Ball back to Alvarez. Takes a step in. Kicks it out. Turner. She'll take a three. That'll miss. Rebounded by Beck. And a foul. And Alyssa Sullivan is going to get tagged for that one. First foul of the quarter on the Crusaders as Trinity now has it in the front court. Beck to Nelson. Nelson trying to get by Smith. Kick to the corner. Shot for three is no good. Offensive rebound by Beck, and that's blocked out of her hands by Harden, who comes the other way quickly, passes it to Turner. Runner by Smith, and that's good for two. Ball to the far side, shot for three, no good. Rebounded by Goodwin. Beck with the ball, kicks it up to Nelson. Near side overload by both teams as Goodwin misses the shot, but I think she may have actually been fouled on that. No foul was called, but I think you easily could have gotten Amani Harden for that. As we get a foul now, and the foul will be on Harden, which is surprisingly only her first foul of the game. Harden, who is usually in regular foul trouble, went almost 38 minutes without getting a foul. So free throws on the way for Nelson, who makes the first one. First free throws of the game for Nelson. She makes the second one, and a 61.5% free throw shooter on the season, 8 of 13, as that shot will be missed. Rebounded by Parker, and a travel called on Parker. Foul on Dallas, and I think this is going to be Alvarez. Oh no, it looked like it was it 1-3 or 2-3? 1-3, so that was Amber Turner. Shot for three made by Milton. So timeout taken on the floor, just a 30-second timeout. Well, coming up this weekend, alongside the men's SCAC tournament, the women's SCAC tournament, also being hosted by Austin College. All of our teams are locked in. St. Thomas, Trinity, Shriner, TLU, Centenary, and Southwestern, the 6 teams for the men's tournament. And then Trinity, TLU, Colorado, Shriner, Austin, and Southwestern, the 6 teams for the women's tournament. Those games taking place this weekend up in Sherman, February 25th through February 27th. Ball inbounded to Alvarez as we're under a minute and a half to go. Alvarez to Fowler, swings to the corner, Turner for three, no good. Parker with the rebound, and it has it stolen away as she tried to get it out to Turner. Shot from the baseline, missed. And Dallas subbing in Aubrey Ridnour for Camille Fowler, calling a timeout just to get that sub into the game. Dallas passing around the perimeter. Long three-pointer by Alvarez, as that will be rebounded by the Tigers. Jump ball, and this will stay with Trinity. 30.5 seconds left to go. Shot for three, goes over. Second chance by Beck is going to be missed. Shot clock now turned off as Alvarez brings the ball up the floor. 10 seconds to go. Ball to Ridnour. Turner back to Ridnour. And Dallas letting the clock just run out. That will do it. And so our final score, 73-42. Trinity with the win. And our final stats for the game. For the Tigers, they had 73 points on 30 of 71 shooting, 6 of 29 from the three-point line, and 7 of 9 from the foul line. For Dallas, 42 points on 16 of 67 shooting, 2 of 21 from the three-point line, and 8 of 14 from the charity stripe. For Trinity, they had 13 turnovers, 41 rebounds, 11 offensive, 30 defensive, 21 assists, 4 block shots, 12 steals, and 14 fouls. For the Crusaders, they had 23 turnovers, 45 rebounds, 16 offensive, 29 defensive, 8 assists, 4 block shots, 8 steals, and 13 fouls. Our leading scorer today was Maggie Shipley, 18 points on 9 of 10 shooting. No three-pointers or free throws in the game for Shipley. As Adrian Alvarez is the leading scorer for Dallas, 9 points for Alvarez on 4 of 19 from the field, 0 for 8 from deep, and 1 of 2 from the foul line. Imani Harden was the game-leading rebounder with 13 today. Maggie Shipley also leading Trinity in assists with 5. Kelly Simmons with 4. Robbins and Nelson each with 3. On the Crusader side, Alvarez with 3 assists. Fowler and Turner each with 2. And Shipley also leading the team in steals with 4, as well as the top steals total in the game. Monty Harden leading for Dallas with 2 today. And also Imani Harden leading all players in block shots with 3. No one else had more than 1. So with the win, the Tigers will improved to 23-2 on the year, 16-0 in the SCAC. Dallas, with the loss, ends the season 5-19 with a 2-14 conference record. SCAC tournament, as I mentioned, will be starting this weekend, and we'll have, on the women's side, it will be Colorado versus Southwestern, the 3-6 game, and Shriner versus Austin, the 4-5 game for the women's tournament. And then for the men's tournament, Shriner and Southwestern, 3 versus 6 for the first game, and then TLU and Centenary, 4 versus 5. And so that'll do it from here. Once again, our final score, Trinity with the win, 73-42. And before we go, I'd like to let you know one more time, for all of you Crusader fans, you can get all of your University of Dallas sports information and statistics at udallasathletics.com, and you can follow all of the teams for all of the sports of the SCAC. You get all of your news, score schedules, and standings at scacsports.com. That is the end of our indoor sports for the year. We'll be out on the baseball and softball diamonds and the lacrosse field for the rest of the year. We'll see you for our outdoor sports, but for this year, that is the end of the basketball season for the Crusaders. Thank you for joining us this year. I'm Kevin McGurk, and we'll see you for the outdoor sports.